Map fans, welcome back. Today we're looking at arcs and analysis in Aspectum. Before we have a look at some of the analysis functions, let's have a quick look at the arc visualization. So I've got a data set here that Aspectum sent me. It's train travel times from London. It's a CSV, and I'm going to create a map using it. This will be called train times. And so we've got a point in here, and if I zoom out you can see there's not an awful lot happening. However, if I click into the data set and choose a different aggregation, I can go into the points and select arc as my aggregation. Then I can choose a target latitude column, and we have our data set up in such a way that we've got target lat and then target long. There we go. And you can see that the arcs are created. So this is quite a cool way of visualizing data from point to point as the crow flies. And I'm just going to change this up a little bit and change the color according to hours in minute. So what this is showing is train times from London to various destinations across Europe, and the darker the line, the longer it takes. You can see in the legend there. Now it looks a little odd at the moment, but if we go into 3D, we get this kind of fountain effect. So that's a quick look at arcs. Do have a play around with it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you upgrade to a Pro account or a Pro Plus account, you do get access to some SQL features. So I've got some earthquakes in here on a world map, and I'm just going to add another layer to this as well. I've downloaded the countries polygons from Natural Earth, and I'm just going to add these in. So from my data sets, I will choose, there we go, the countries of the world, and in they come. Now these clash a little bit with the base map, but don't forget we've got that great base map feature. This must be running off a vector tile to allow us to do this. I'm going to turn off everything apart from waters, and then I'm just going to make sure that my countries are at full opacity. There we are. Alright, now if I click into my earthquake dataset up at the top here, I've got the option to add some SQL. Now before you do any SQL, it's a good idea to have a look at your dataset. So I can open the dataset here. That will load up, and what I'd like to filter on is the mag column. So that's the magnitude of the earthquake. And it's a good idea to have a look at your dataset before you do any SQL, just to get familiar with all the column headings and what data types they are. Right, let's head back to the map. Back in our map, I'm going to click on the SQL tab, and you can see currently we are selecting everything from this particular dataset, and that's our earthquake dataset that we brought in earlier. So I'm just going to put in a where clause and say where mag is greater than 4. So this is only going to select earthquakes that have a magnitude above 4. If I hit apply, done. These are all the earthquakes with a magnitude above 4. And we could repeat the process if we wanted with our countries. So I'm just going to go into the countries, go to the SQL tab. Currently we're selecting everything. I'm just going to put in another where clause. But I do need to know what the columns are called. So I'll open up that data set again. And we have sovereignty by the looks of it. Let's select for Chile. Back in the map, I'll put where our column of sovereignty equals Chile. And let's run that. And you get this nice zoom effect, and there we have selected just Chile. So you can chop and change your data visualizations using SQL. And that's a quick look at some of the more advanced features of Aspectum. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And happy mapping.